One of the biggest pain points people have in soap making is decision overwhelm, meaning that you have so many different choices, so many different ingredients, so many different oils that you don't know which one to buy. And the reason I'm saying this is that when I was starting out soap making, I spent a lot of money on different ingredients and it was honestly a waste. Like I would see a fancy oil like grapeseed oil in the store, I would say, I really need this would be fantastic in soap, only to find out that it would lead to dreaded orange spots. So today, I would like to prove to you that you can make 7 different skincare products, so not only soaps, but also some other skincare products, with only 7 ingredients. And I know this sounds a bit crazy, like when you buy a skincare product from the store, you look at the label and it has like 20, 25, 30 different ingredients. So you're like, how is that even possible? So bear with me because you will see that 7 ingredients can lead to 7 different products. Let's go. And I'm actually very excited for this. There's one thing. So we're gonna use these 7 ingredients, but I did not include scent because scent is optional. And of course you will tell me, but scent can be like 50 different ingredients. Of course, you can make all of these products without scent. So this is one, I did not include scent. I did not include water because we know in order to make soap, we need water. Of course, the water evaporates afterwards, so it's not there in the final product. And I did not include lye sodium hydroxide, which is, it's considered mostly a processing aid, basically. In case we haven't met before, my name is Perry and I have a background in chemical engineering and a master's in biotechnology. For the past 5 years, I've been working in the biotech industry, focusing on skincare ingredients. And I am obsessed with understanding formulation and how to make your skincare products at home with the least ingredients possible. So today we're gonna talk exactly about that. And if you're completely new here, I have a free PDF that contains a soap making recipe that is balanced, made with coconut oil, castor oil, olive oil and shea butter. It also contains a long-lasting essential oil blend. If you want it, comment soap and I will send to you as soon as I see your comment. Without further ado, let's get down to this video. So first, let's list the 7 ingredients that we're gonna use today. Number 1, coconut oil. Number 2, olive oil. Number 3, shea butter. Number 4, cornstarch. Number 5, beeswax. Number 6, magnesium hydroxide or baking soda. And number 7, zinc oxide. So let's take a look at all of this. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is high in lauric acid and myristic acid. It's what gives bubbles to your lather, to your soap. So once coconut oil reacts with sodium hydroxide, otherwise known as lye, it will create sodium cocoate and sodium myristate. And those are the substances that create a lot of bubbles and a cleansing lather to your soap. Olive oil. Olive oil is high in oleic acid. In soap, it will lead to a stable, gentle, and conditioning lather. Then we have shea butter, high in stearic acid. Shea butter will give structure and creaminess to your soap. And then we go to a different list of ingredients. We have cornstarch, or you can also use arrowroot powder instead of cornstarch. And cornstarch is what absorbs moisture, so we're gonna use it. You will see how we're gonna use it. Then we have beeswax. Beeswax, it's a wax, it's amazing. It provides this structure to your products. Then we have magnesium hydroxide or baking soda, which raises the pH. We will see why. So now let's look at the 7 different products. Number 1, body and hand soap. Number 2, sensitive skin soap. Number 3, shaving soap. Number 4, lip balm. Number 5, deodorant. Number 6, dish soap. And number 7, sunscreen. And a small disclaimer here, the sunscreen, we cannot claim any SPF numbers unless we have in vivo and in vitro data. We have some indications from literature knowing that if you add this amount of zinc oxide, you will get this amount of SPF. but we cannot know for sure until we test it. So let's get down to the first one, body and hand soap. We have coconut oil, olive oil, and shea butter. And honestly, those three are all you need to make a balanced recipe that is conditioning because of olive oil, that is cleansing because of coconut oil, and that is creamy because of shea butter. You want a lather that is balanced. If it's very cleansing, it will dry out your skin. So you want to be conditioning as well. And at the same time, you want to have some creaminess from the shea butter to make this complete lather. I also usually add castor oil, but castor oil would add an extra ingredient to the list. I want to keep it to 7, so I didn't include it for this recipe. But you can still make an amazing hands and body soap with only coconut oil, olive oil, and shea butter. Number 2, sensitive skin soap. And sensitive skin soap is a soap that does not bubble a lot. A soap that either has a low concentration of coconut oil or no coconut oil at all. So if you want a sensitive skin soap, you can remove coconut oil completely, and you can make it with either 100% olive oil, which means that you have to cure it for minimum 6 months because olive oil is high in oleic acid, and oleic acid takes a lot of time to be converted into soap. Or you can even make a soap with 50% olive oil and 50% shea butter. So shea butter is also very suitable for sensitive skin. So you will get both conditioning and creamy properties. Shaving soap. Shaving soap, guys, it's one of my favorite soaps. I've been using it for the past 3-4 years. And honestly, the science behind shaving soap, I love it. So here we want a high concentration of shea butter. We use 60% of shea butter in our shaving soap. The rest is gonna be coconut oil, because you also want the bubbles, and olive oil to have some conditioning. The reason why we use such a high concentration of shea butter is because we need high concentration of stearic acid in order to create a very creamy lather for your face or for your body. And that also allows the razor to basically slide better. By the way, if you want a guide with 15 tested recipes, not only soap, but other skincare recipes that we're seeing right now, I've created an ebook that teaches you not only how to copy recipes, but also how to formulate your own recipes and how to have control over what touches your skin. It also contains troubleshooting guide and different long-lasting essential oil blends. If you want it, click the link in my bio. Cool, so far we talked about body soap, sensitive soap, and shaving soap. Let's go to numero 4, which is lip balm. And lip balm, I actually put it in this vase right here. It's amazing. You know, lip balm, you don't need that many ingredients. So basically you need shea butter that is moisturizing, and it also adds some structure. You need olive oil that is very conditioning and amazing for your lips. Then you need a bit of coconut oil, which will also add some moisturizing properties, and then you need beeswax that will really bring it together and make it a very structured lip balm. It's amazing. It has a perfect glide because of the olive oil. If you don't want to use olive oil, you could also use jojoba oil for that. Jojoba oil is basically a wax. It's a liquid wax that resembles the natural oil that we have on our skin, and it works perfectly fine as well for a lip balm. The next one, deodorant. And I honestly didn't believe I could make my own deodorant until I understood the science behind it. So let's look at the science. So you need 2 active ingredients to make deodorant. First of all, you need cornstarch or arrowroot powder. What these do is that they absorb the moisture. So you know when you sweat, when you know that you produce sweat, basically it's water, so you add cornstarch to absorb all the water. But it's not the water, the sweat, that smells bad. It's the bacteria that grow inside the sweat that start producing these odor compounds that smell bad. And here's the thing, your armpits are acidic. So you have the sweat, and then you have bacteria growing into this acidic environment. So here's what we do about that. We add a substance like magnesium hydroxide or baking soda, and what that does is that it raises the pH of your armpits so that bacteria cannot grow there. So these are our 2 mechanisms of action. 1, absorb the sweat. to increase the pH so that bacteria cannot grow. The reason why we use magnesium hydroxide or baking soda depends on whether you have sensitive skin or not. If you have very sensitive skin, baking soda is very likely that it will cause you sensitivity, and that's why you can use magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium hydroxide is a weaker base, so it will raise the pH slightly, but not as high as baking soda. And for the deodorant, you basically need beeswax, shea butter. In order to bring structure to the deodorant, you need olive oil to create this glide so that it doesn't feel very rough. And then you need cornstarch and magnesium hydroxide for the active ingredients. So that's how you bring everything together. So far we talked about body soap, sensitive skin soap, shaving soap, lip balm, deodorant. Let's go to the next one, which is dish soap. And I make these dish soaps in this coconut shell, and dish soap is one of my favorite products to make and sell. The reason why is, first of all, I love the simplicity of it. You basically need 100% coconut oil. You can also make it with 95% coconut oil and 5% shea butter or castor oil, but you can just make it with 100% coconut oil. You use around 0% superfat so that you don't have any extra oils that will make your dishes greasy. And the reason we use coconut oil in the first place is because coconut oil is very cleansing, and we need something very cleansing for our dishes. This is not the soap that you're gonna use for your hands because it will likely dry them out. Let's go to the last one, which is sunscreen. And sunscreen is also a very exciting one. The active ingredient here is zinc oxide. This is a mineral, so we're using non-nano zinc oxide, which means that it's bigger than 100 nanometers, so that it's not absorbed by the skin. Now, there is a lot of talks about sunscreens being toxic because they contain substances that are easily absorbed by the skin. So there are quite a few studies on that. I've also made a video on that. And that's why mineral-based sunscreens are becoming quite popular. Mineral-based sunscreens, they're basically, how you can make them is that you can use coconut oil, olive oil, shea butter, and beeswax to bring everything together. And then you add zinc oxide in a concentration of around 15 to 25%. You make sure you blend it very well so that it's uniformly dispersed, because zinc oxide can create clumps, and that's the tricky part about formulating it. The mechanisms of action of this type of sunscreens, of the mineral based like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, is that they act as physical barriers. So basically when the UVA and UVB comes, they reflect it back so that it doesn't affect you. There it is, 7 ingredients, 7 products. It's possible. And I love the simplicity of it. I love that we are able to create so many different products with so few ingredients. So overall, I really hope you found this video useful and valuable. Comment down below what you think about it. I would love to hear what you have to say. I read all of the comments every day. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you guys next time.